College football betting on ESPN, the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Cincinnati Bearcats. The line is Cincinnati now laying from 4.5 to 5 points, with the total ranging from 49 to 49.5. Here are some news and notes throughout the internet. Cincinnati had a bye week in the first week of the season, making this matchup with Pitt its season opener. The Bearcats are coming off a 10-3 straight-up campaign. Pittsburgh may have been better served with a bye week last weekend as the Panthers were down 31-17 by FCS foe Youngstown State. Remember, the big pick on this game is at offshoreinsiders.com. Now, the loss ended a 56-game winning streak against FCS competition by Big East squads. Pittsburgh went 6-7 straight up last season, but did make a bowl game, falling to SMU. It took most of the summer, but Butch Jones finally settled on a quarterback to lead the Cincinnati offense after the departure of Zach Collaros. As expected, the choice was Munchie Legault. The junior's a dual threat who threw for 749 yards and 5 touchdowns while also rushing for 185 yards in limited playing time last season. Legault will not have to develop along with his receiving core as both of Cincinnati's most talented and experienced wideout returns. Anthony McClung had 49 receptions, 683 yards, 6 touchdowns, and Cambrell Tompkins caught 44 for 536 yards and 2 scores. Cincinnati, though, will have a harder time replacing the production of departed running back Isaiah Peed, who rushed for 1,259 yards. Pittsburgh's offense didn't get it done on the important downs in their loss to Youngstown State, converting only 6 of 12 third-down attempts after going 2 for 3 in the red zone, while Youngstown State was a perfect 3 for 3. Now, despite that, there was at least a major positive, the return of star running back Ray Graham. The senior was lost midway through last season, but did rush for 71 yards on 14 carries and scored a touchdown. Graham did have a costly fumble in the red zone, however. Tino Sinceri completed 19 of 30 passes for 244 yards and looked much more comfortable in new head coach Paul Christ's offense than the spread offense that they had under Todd Graham last season. Let's take a look at some spread trends. All records are ATS. The Panthers 16-5 off of a straight-up loss. 20-7 inside the conference. 7-3 after scoring less than 20 points in their last game. But they're 2-7 in the month of September. They've covered 6 of the last 7 series meetings, though. Meanwhile, Cincinnati 7-3, their last 10 Thursday games. 7-3 on field turf. And some over-under trends. The under 15-7 in the Panthers' last 22 following a spread loss. Cincinnati is going under 10 of 11 on Thursday. Biggest bet on this game in the industry? Well, it's for me, Joe Duffy, CEO of offshoreinsiders.com, with our God's Tip service. We win week number 1 in college football, and of course we start out the NFL by hitting the Dallas Cowboys last night. We did pass on the total, so we're undefeated in the NFL in the early season. Going to be a winning weekend number 2 in college football. Started out with the first Wise Guy side of college football, the Pitt Cincinnati side. Of course, Wise Guy plays from God's Pick. Simply put, the single strongest play in the handicapping industry. It's all from God's Tips at offshoreinsiders.com, www.offshoreinsiders.com.